story. Do you know how much you can make? Um, you can make, I believe, up to probably is like $100 an hour right now. By going up and besides, I copy. What the? Anyhow, no, I met this guy. His name is Mike. He was pretty fucking cool. Uh, so I always see this commercial. YouTube. I'm grateful for YouTube. And anyways, they go to the power lines to fix the power lines. I always see this commercial. And this guy was up there doing work, but he was on like a heavy dose of Opana. I like it my way. I call it Opana. They call it Opana. It was the most dangerous drug ever created. There's more into the story, dude. So he started nodding out while he was on the job. And what was he doing? He was fixing a power line. So then I had a friend. Yeah, he's still a friend. And he kept a pistol in every fucking room, dude. I haven't visited him in a long time. You should pay him a visit and say hello. And the first time I ever fucking held a pistol. Did you feel power in the pistol? Not really. Because no weapon shall ever prosper. And so he goes, I'm gonna have you snort a whole pill. So I snorted it, dude. And it was Opana. They hardly make this stuff anymore. So, dude, Opana is just under fentanyl. In some instances, it's yellow. It's a yellow pill. There's blue and yellow, purple pills. I know a lot of fucking crazy stuff, man. But listening. So, I loved Opana. Why? Because it was a painkiller, dude. It made me feel good. So one day, I'm lucky to be alive, dude. So I'll admit, I believe in luck. Actually, I really believe in fate, but I believe in a little bit of luck. God sees red and green. Holy mackerel. I'm moving quick. Anyway, so he's like, snort this entire thing. So I did. I had a Lincoln Town Car, a black Lincoln Town Car. This is the reason why we're putting a war against drugs. But you get the wrong drugs, man. There's other drugs that you can use to make people go more into the story. He said, you're gonna snort this whole pill. I said, fine, I'll do it. I hit a whole 40 milligram Opana. We call it Opana, you call it Opana in Massachusetts. It makes you feel so fucking good, it's not even funny. So I drove to the store and I was on the phone with this woman, this very young woman that really, really cared about me. Because I was hurt by the Epstein files, dude. See, I'm a victim, not by Epstein. I'm a victim through abuse and torture by not good women. Her name's Landon Thomas. She's not a good woman. So I was talking to somebody else, and she was really, really loving. Thanks to JPD. Very loving. Beyond loving. This woman, I'm not going to speak her name, I'm name drop. She's a child now, and I'm proud of her. So I go there, and I nod out, but for some reason I have my leg, this right here, his leg right here, was hanging out the door. It was like 90 degrees. And had my leg not been out that door, I would have died in that car, dude. So I was getting out to get a new phone because I thought the insurance policy was gonna work. So I'm sitting there, and my whole body falls asleep. Okay, and This black guy wakes me up. Go ahead and say he's a black guy from the Raw. He goes, bro, are you okay? And I look at him like, I'm dozing off, dude. My whole body's not working at this point. Yeah, man. Let me tell you, they saved my fucking life, dude. Keep that part of the story. Dude, he saved my fucking... Dude, my life was saved that day. Everyone in the parking lot see me nodding out right in front of the metro. Dude, I was passed out, dude. And he goes, are you okay, man? So I paid him $50. He says, are you okay? And I look at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so what I do, I had the fucking... dude, my whole body, my entire body fell asleep. It's not the first time it's happened to me. I want to give my shout out to Tamarand Avenue. I'm cool with Tamarand, dog. You know you can come down here anytime you want to hang with us. You know some people good. I told you, you were raised by wolves. They accept me on Tamarand, believe me, I know. And Sappodilla. I do love them. This guy saved my fucking life, dude. I told you I dread the locks. And anyhow, so I wake up and my whole body's like, I can't move. And I start going like this, shaking it off, dude, because the blood flow, it stopped. The blood flow in my body completely stopped because of the humidity and the drug Opana, which is very dangerous. Unless you're a cancer patient, don't take it. Respect, dude. I love the United States. Anyways, this black guy, again, I'm gonna say this again. He said, "Are you okay?" And I looked at him like, "I'm okay." And he said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm okay." And my whole body was asleep, dude. Asleep. To the point where I couldn't feel anything. Like, dude, the only thing I had was my temple. Right here. This is the only thing that was working in my body at that point. My body had completely shut down. And he said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm okay." So I had to get out. I actually had to. I started like this, dude. If you ever seen a funny movie that you should watch, it's called The Caterpillar. It's pretty fucked up about some fucked up Nazi shit. And he said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm okay." But were you okay at the time? Not really, dude. You were almost done. Right in front of the metro. And so I'm going like this. So all they have is my brain is the only thing's working in my body. My body shut down. The only thing that was working was my brain, dude. He said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm okay." Were you okay at the time? No, dude. Your body was shutting down. So what do? I started going like this. And I started going like this. And slowly but surely, see, these are veins, right? What these veins do for you is a blood flow. If you get hot, your veins get inflated. My veins were severely inflated that day. And thanks to this guy who came from Tamarand, I had to pay him $50. I used to hang with some real motherfucking gangsters, dude. Like, when I say gangster, bro, I know Folk Nation. And anyways, you can tell the story, it's okay. He was a good friend of mine. He was the real Black Rambo. You see Black Rambo on the fucking YouTube. No, you don't know the real Black Rambo. I knew the new Black, the Black Rambo. The real Black Rambo. What did he do? He's not alive anymore. It's okay, you can talk about it. Black Rambo took an AK and he shot up an entire fucking block. I told you, where I come from is very dangerous. You think you come from the bayou and the bayou is fucking dangerous? Believe me, where I come from is more dangerous than the bayou. And Black Rambo also robbed me of $200, not a big deal. So what did I do? After I count to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nueve. Ocho. I knew the real Black Rambo. And so he shot up a block with an AK-47. And we would hang out. He gives a fuck. It's okay, man. You can talk about it now. It's all over. This guy was a real fucking dangerous person, but for some reason, like, I felt this connection with him. We made a connection on another level. He shot up entire blocks with AKs, dude. They don't. This is Folk Nation, nigga. Folk Nation really does not play games, dude. But for some reason, he was really like loving towards me, dude. And I felt actually very comfortable around him. For this reason, why do I feel comfortable? I don't know, dude. This day, I still ask myself, why do I feel comfortable around a person that robbed me for $200, which wasn't a big deal. But dude, the guy was squatted, kid. Dude, these motherfuckers, excuse my language, these individuals don't fuck. I told you, I'm raised by wolves. And shout out to the Raw. They move us down to Belglade. They won't even come out in the car, bro. You saw that video. And what did he do, bro? The stories are interesting. That is fucked up story. That he only, I don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. So what we do, he would take styrofoam, put it in a little fucking plastic bag and pretend that it was crack. And I would ride around with him. In my car, I would let him drive. I just want to sit in the passenger seat. I was the passenger. He was the driver. I put respect on his name. It was Black Rambo. The real fucking Black Rambo. You never knew. He's a folk gang member. And, telling your stories are fucking crazy, dude. He was the real Black Rambo. So I see this motherfucker, Black Rambo, on the fucking YouTube channel. You don't know Black Rambo. I knew him. And he would get over on anybody. So you take styrofoam or whatever you can find that looked like crack to make him chicken bacon. Dude, I feel good again being skinny. So take the trauma out of your mind. Draw it out your mind. Black Rambo was very good to me, dude. He's fucking cool as shit, bro. But he was also a real dangerous person. So he would take what looked like crack, probably was popcorn ceiling, dude, put it in little baggies while I just drove around in a Caprice Classic. It was so classic, dude. It's by the creek. What's cool about Caprice Classic? Well, you can only put it a creek. My mom abandoned me, so I'm like, okay, I can handle this myself, and I handled it. And so I bought a Caprice Classic. I was overcharged by like $3,000. Not a big deal. I love that Caprice, man. That motherfucker was bad as shit. Oh, there's more to the story. Don't tell them that part, please. Anyways, in the Caprice Classic, they were old police cars, man. And you'd have to take the license plate off. Or not off, you'd have to fold it down in order to put in fuel to your car. These cars are beast mode, dude. You can't actually stop a Caprice Classic, dude. They don't make them like that to this thing. And so we ran around, and I would sit in the passenger seat. We would go around, dude. And he'd say, I'm selling you crack. No, he wasn't selling crack, hombre. He was selling fucking whatever he could find that looked white. Well, they were chicken picking. Bro, the guy was fucking, he was really cool, actually. So then I had a roommate, because I got really fucking mad, dude. How mad? I don't know, not that mad, really. But, holy mackerel, yeah. That margin is crazy. So I was like, you know what, Mom, okay, if you want to be like that, okay, fine. I'll go to fucking, so Dawn took care of me. And, dude. And then Ted came through like a thief in the night and stole her Xanax, and she was pissed, dude. Pissed. So I actually went to him. I said, you better give me that fucking Xanax. So I snatched it out of his hand. I gave it back to Dawn. I didn't take nothing, dude. I gave it back to Dawn, dude, because she needed her Xanax. So I had Black Rambo in the house, at Dawn's house. I said, listen, I have to go somewhere, Dawn. I have my man right here, Black Rambo. He's gonna take care of you. His word was bond, dude. Not to everybody though. He was a different kind of guy. He worked a lot differently than the rest of us. Did I seen him make so much money in one night off selling fake crack? Dude, how much money? Like, it wasn't really a lot of money. But the point was, Black Rambo did something that I had never seen. And then he sold $200 for me and ran up into the Vega off the lake. And listen, it's cool. We can talk about it. What the fuck? Yeah. Dude, seriously fucking crazy, dude. That's the thing, dude. I told you were raised by fucking wolves, dude. I've seen some. You think that's bad? That's nothing, bro. So then I was with Beautiful. Beautiful wants to talk. And we saw two 14-year-olds gun down a person over a little bit of weed, marijuana. It's a good thing it's legalized. This is the reason why the war on drugs needs to end, dude. Anyhow, me, Beautiful, a couple other characters, and I think Mike was there before he died. That's why I don't like funerals anymore. I love you, family. I miss him. Black Rambo he never hurt me, dude. But I gotta tell you, but anybody who stood in Black Rambo's way, he took care of his business very well. But the thing is, though, when you get into that life too much, it can get you killed. So self-preservation. Self-preservation. I prefer not to be in that lifestyle anymore. The moral to the story is, the gangsters can outsmart the police. So I was in the fork in the road, and somebody came up and said, "Why are you hanging out with this parasite?" And so we're at the place where I know where folk is actually from. They think a lot of people think it's a folklore. A lot of people think that the folk nation was built in Chicago. No, dude. Folk nation was born and bred in Georgia by the railroad tracks. It's a pitchfork. Let me explain it better. So if you've seen a railroad track, I'm not a gang unit. I don't hurt people. So if you see that pitchfork in the road, it's a railroad track. I was on the east side of the railroad track, and well, the folk, they kind of helped me. They didn't just kind of help you, dude. So I met this guy at the pitchfork, and I recognized, like, he seemed pretty fucking cool to me. I wasn't scared for my life, dude. But I gotta tell you, I was a little like, dang. But he was a good guy. Regardless, he was actually a really good guy, dude. And that pitchfork is called the railroad tracks. So I stayed next to the pitchfork, and there's like this seat that you can sit next to waiting for the train. Meanwhile, me and my ex were on a mission. Don't state your mission, just know we're on a mission. And this guy, this man, he just seems so kind to me. Because we love you, brother. We love you back, dog. You're the only person that knows this stuff. You're the only people they let into these places and things, right? Change your surroundings. You will never regret it. You can come to Georgia if you want. So, there's a movie. Because my ex, Holly, Lana Del Rey, she would never tell me the truth. It was her. So they broke in to, dude, it's fucking hilarious, dude. Listen, dying, bro. Here's the thing. We're in the Navy and the Army now. The next attempt on their life, if they do it again, we're gonna kill them. You know what we're talking about. Don't go all Mazursky on us. Anyways, I was at the Pitchfork in the road. No, the railroad tracks. They broke into I was staying in an RV. I fucking hate RVs. They're stupid. And somebody went in the RV, and it was Nick. He's my brother. And he would use my fucking car. Whatever. Don't do it again. I work for CIA, you work for FBI. I didn't steal drugs, relax. Chill out. I didn't steal drugs. I did it once. Fucked up. Anyways, we're in the Pitchfork again for the 5th time in the road. And so there's a movie, it's hilarious. On copy. What'd you put on? I don't know, Scorpion maybe? And somebody ruined the Folk Nation gang members came through to make sure that you were okay, dude. And what'd they do? They burned the microwave inside of that whatever the fuck you call it, white trash trailer. I'm thinking to myself, they're gonna start shooting through the trailer. No, they thought about it, but they didn't want to hurt you. They just want to kill Holly. And so then the microwave's not working. And then if you go back, I'm telling you, everything is on lock on my end. I told you, I locked the socks. Shout out to my brother Dredd, I miss you, man. Did we not protect you, bro? Did we not hurt you, bro? We saved your fucking life. I'm willing to admit they saved my life, man. Gang members saved my life. We're not a gang. We're just friendly. And we're friendlies. So then I go inside, the microwave's not working. Folk Nation's actually is built in Georgia, not Chicago. See, there's 2 sects to the Folk Nation, allegedly. I know the original Folk Nation comes from Georgia. It's called the Pitchfork, again, the 6th time in a row. So they came up in my RV. Let's just say our RV. Burned the microwave, and then it stems down this movie called Just Friends. I always lift my brothers up. So do we. Holy mackerel. So anyway, they came through. And they took the microwave and they burned the microwave, and then there goes back to a movie called Just Friends. And in the movie Just Friends, she's so dumb, but she's also intelligent. And in Just Friends, the movie, she goes up in an aeroplane, and in an aeroplane she puts in tinfoil. She's not stupid, dude. She's highly intelligent. Holly, happy birthday. Know I care and appreciate about you. She put tinfoil in there and fucked up the microwave, dude. It wasn't her, dude. It was us, bro. The folk nation. Which, by the way, comes from fucking Georgia. They think it comes from Chicago. It actually comes from Georgia. That's where the train tracks meet. The Bright Line. Anyways, the moral of the story is this. I want to give my shout out, my thanks, praises to everybody. Maybe I was raised by wolves, but I know to do right in life. I've seen a lot of rotten stuff happen. I've seen two 14-year-olds fucking kill somebody over like a pound of weed, which is kind of sad. And this is what happened to Mike, dude. I told you, snitches get snitches. Stitches, whatever, snitches, whatever. And Stitch is a fucking idiot. Don't put any face on it. Nobody needs a tattoo. Unless you're black, which I have white skin. I don't want any tattoos. But I do have a scar on my face. Can't tell you that happened. So then, I was watching Just Friends. I thought it was hilarious. And she said something like, or something, don't tell her secret. It's not worth it. Just know I'm thankful for not telling my secret. Overlook your Latika. I've been trying to reach out to you all my entire fucking life, dude. So you go back to the movie Just Friends, and they go in an aeroplane. And she puts tinfoil in the microwave. And then they brought it down, the plane down. Not in a negative way. Not in a negative way. No, they had to bring the plane down because she was stupid enough to put tinfoil in the microwave. And that's when I realized that I had some very good people that lived in my life. I want to give my thanks and praises. I salute you. With love from Palm Beach to Georgia. Stand tall, stay strong, love Savannah.